My career path began at age 7 when I decided to become a lawyer. And that decision, I think at that time, was driven by the images of lawyers that I saw on television. At that time, it was Perry Mason. And I also, in the Midwest, there's an organization called 4-H. And so as a member of the 4-H club, I had an opportunity to go on field trips to courtrooms and actually observe lawyers in action. And so I never veered from that path. I was so serious about the law that in grade school I still have papers about women and the law. And for some reason I was impressed and was so serious about what I wanted to be about that I thought the law would be an excellent tool to accomplish my objectives. I majored in political science at Purdue, graduated with honors. I got married 2 weeks after I graduated from college and decided and was accepted at Valparaiso University School of Law in Valparaiso, Indiana. And during law school, I obtained an internship in Chicago at the department, at that time, the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare. And so I worked in Chicago 2 summers during law school. And upon graduation from law school, my husband had obtained a position in Chicago, so I decided to go back to the Department of Health and Human Services and take the Illinois bar exam. After graduation, I worked at the Department of Health and Human Services. I was an associate in the department that was accountable for drafting federal briefs that were filed in federal Social Security cases, and had an opportunity to do a lot of writing, hone my writing skills through the preparation of those briefs. And about a year and 6 months later, an opportunity surfaced to become a teaching fellow at DePaul University College of Law. I accepted that position and I spent 2 years teaching first year of legal research and writing and moot court. And at that time, the legal writing courses were only 1 credit hour. And so I was a member of a team that revamped the legal writing curriculum at DePaul University. And now I understand that the legal writing curriculum in most of your law schools are at least 3 credit hours. Can you imagine doing all of that work for only 1 credit hour? But so, and there, an opportunity surfaced to take courses in the LLM program. I had decided that I was a political science major in college, and I truly recommend and think that a liberal arts, a general liberal arts education is very, very valuable, but I wanted to distinguish myself not only as a woman, but of course as an African-American female woman, and I thought business would be the way to do that. So in law school, I took insurance, I took taxation, I took corporation classes, all of the elective classes, business classes that were available. I decided to take those courses because I wanted to distinguish myself in that way. The opportunity surfaced to take classes in the LLM program at DePaul. While I was a teaching fellow, I was able to obtain a master's of law in taxation. I got a call from a friend who worked at Allstate, and he was in human resources, and he was telling me about a position in the corporate law department at Allstate. And so it sounded great. And 6 months later, he called me again. He said, "Vanita, the least you can do is submit a resume. One of your colleagues from law school has been here 5 years, and that's a position." So I said, "Great." I submitted a resume, I applied for the position, I obtained the position. I said I'd be there 2 to 4 years. 23 years later, Allstate hasn't yet given me a reason to leave. Currently, I counsel in the Allstate Law and Regulation Corporate Litigation Department. I manage complex corporate insurance, class action, employment litigation on behalf of the company. These are the kinds of cases that if we lose, the result will really impact the way that we do business. In fact, we may have to change some pretty serious corporate policies. We work very closely with our business clients to establish, and I work very closely with attorneys on this panel like Eric, our outside counsel, in establishing the strategy for our lawsuits. Allstate is a $40 billion company in terms of gross revenues, net revenues of about $4 billion. We have 40,000 employees. We have insurance operations in all 50 states. We're the fourth largest in-house law department in the country. I am a member of the Law and Regulation Department. Within Law and Regulation, there are 5 different divisions. I work in the Corporate Litigation Division. The other divisions include corporate law. We have an investment law division where those lawyers actually operate just like an investment firm, where they provide legal advice to our clients with respect to our investments and our assets. Our corporate law department is involved in mergers and acquisitions, IP work. They also manage our corporate governance work, our corporate secretarial work. We have contracts with over 1,000 different companies, from soup to nuts, from computers to desk equipment. And so we have a whole team of lawyers that manage and negotiate our contracts within the company. The pros of working in-house, that was one of the areas that Ron asked us to address, is that you don't have billable hours. There's no billable hour requirement, and you also will have an opportunity to work on very complex legal matters very early in your career. You also have the opportunity to work directly with clients a lot earlier than you might if you began work initially with a law firm. The con is that those positions are very, very hard to get, that many corporations require that young lawyers actually work for a law firm for 2 to 4 years, particularly litigators, before they can join the corporation. The good news is that there are some companies, like Allstate Insurance Company, we have a summer internship program for second-year students, where the students actually have an opportunity to work in our law department and get a real up-close and a personal experience of what it is like to work in a corporate law department. Many companies that have these summer internship programs, they say to those students that you still have to go out and get that experience and then come back. Allstate is not that way. We're in our 7th year of our summer internship program, and that program is led by one of the initiatives of the Law and Regulation Diversity Committee, which I'm a co-founder of. We've had approximately 24 students participate in that program, and we've made offers of permanent employment to 10 of those students, and several of those students are now working in our law department. So